was hard for me being that young and being in the industry and not knowing where to turn, and everyone, telling me they love me and, just turn their back on you in a second.
It looks like Justin Bieber has spoken out about how he feels about the Diddy situation, and it's not looking too good, and it's what everybody thought happened.
But the government needs to fill that time, and what they're wanting to do is put on victims that really aren't in a romantic relationship and never have been with Combs, right? Cassie got impeached with some of that, the emails, the text messages, the words that she put, those words of affirmation. So to the extent that there are other victims, that's how the government's going to be able to overwhelm the defense here. And if it's a celebrity victim, even better.
In chilling testimony, Justin Bieber claims he witnessed disturbing scenes inside Diddy's alleged secret tunnels, scenes that still haunt him. Forced into bizarre, inappropriate situations, Bieber's revelations reignite fears about Hollywood's hidden underworld, fueling intense speculation and public outrage as the Diddy trial unfolds.
Living in this shame, living in all this sort of stuff of my past, and I wasn't able to move on.
Talk of the video comes after footage of Diddy and Justin also resurfaced on social media recently.
Not anyone could just be in the position that I'm in.
Video shows Diddy alongside teenage Justin, leaving people to speculate if, at the time, he subjected the pop star to his alleged freak-offs.
A resurfaced 2009 video shows 15-year-old Justin Bieber spending 48 hours with Diddy Combs, who said they'd go buck full crazy and that their activities couldn't be disclosed. The footage, now viewed as unsettling, has reignited scrutiny amid Diddy's ongoing trafficking trial. Bieber's representatives confirm he is not among the victims, urging focus on those genuinely harmed.
Where we hanging out and what we doing, we can't really disclose, but it's definitely a 15-year-old's dream. He signed to Usher. I had legal guardianship of Usher when he did his first album. I did Usher's first album. I don't have legal guardianship of him, but for the next 48 hours, he's with me. So and we gonna go full crazy.
Going crazy.
Recent claims about Diddy Combs' alleged secret tunnels beneath his Holmby Hills mansion have been debunked. A fabricated CNN screenshot falsely reported the discovery of underground tunnels. Diddy's secret tunnels beneath his Holmby Hills mansion are now under investigation. Authorities reportedly discovered eerie dolls hanging inside the tunnels, each labeled with the names of celebrities, including Justin Bieber, Usher, and Jaden Smith. The findings have sparked intense speculation and concern about what might have been going on underground.
Diddy's underground tunnels, treehouses, and playgrounds are all under investigation. Feds have announced that Diddy's tunnels have been found and are now being searched. And a strange Snapchat appeared on Snap Map around the time of this announcement. It's tagged at the location of the Playboy Mansion in Holmby Hills, Los Angeles, California. The snap appears to show the tunnels everybody thought existed, and now we have confirmation through the feds. It appears someone goes into an underground tunnel, and then they discover strange dolls hanging from the ceiling. Each of the dolls appears to have different names on them, written Bryce Shear, Justin, Usher, and Jaden.
A resurfaced video has caught fans' attention, where Justin Bieber appears visibly uneasy during a brief reunion with Diddy. When Diddy casually brings up how they don't hang out like they used to, Justin nervously responds with a simple excuse that he's just been busy. The hesitation in his voice, the awkward body language, and the forced smile have all been closely analyzed by fans, sparking a wave of theories. Some wonder whether Justin's discomfort hints at deeper tensions or past experiences he's still processing. The once close mentorship now seems shadowed by something unspoken.
What's up, man? You good?
I'm good. How are you?
All right, young brother, everything's good?
Everything's
Selling
great.
out arenas and everything? Starting to act different, huh? You ain't been calling me and hanging out the way we used to hang out.
Well, I mean, you try to get in contact with me, through all my, partners and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But you never really got my number, so.
Right. Okay.
My number?
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you my number.
Yeah.
Courtney Burgess's recent revelation has taken the internet by storm. According to Burgess, he has witnessed tapes involving 8 well-known celebrities in disturbing scenarios, and what's more alarming is his claim that 2 or 3 of them were young males. While the footage hasn't been made public, the gravity of his statement has raised widespread alarm.
How many of those 8 celebrities were close to being underage or potentially underage?
2 males.
2 males. And of those 8 celebrities, how many of them were intoxicated or under the influence of drugs?
This is going to be all speculation. I just want to preface it by he wouldn't know if they were. Right.
Sure.
Appear to
Let me
be,
rephrase
right,
it.
Based on, yes.
Understand. Out of the 8 celebrities who were recorded having intimate relations with Sean Combs, how many of them appear to be either inebriated or intoxicated or under the influence of drugs?
All of them. All of them.
Out of those 8, how many appear to be, how many might have been victimizing?
I think all, to be honest, all.
Were victims
They
or
victims.
were perpetrating?
Victims.
They were, all 8 were victimized.
Yeah.
Meaning
Victim.
this was happening to them and they were inebriated.
Right. Not knowing, I guess, how much proof it was in it, what they was doing.
And of those 8, how many seemed to be potentially minors?
2 to 3, possibly 3.
2 to 3. Also on the flash drives, Courtney, was
Reports of underground tunnels beneath Diddy's sprawling mansion have shocked fans and neighbors alike. These secret passages allegedly connect his estate to iconic spots like the Playboy Mansion and even Michael Jackson's former home. The house itself already features luxuries like an underwater tunnel and private theater, but the idea of a secret transit system for guests is turning heads. One wild story even claims that the tunnels were built for Jack Nicholson's birthday party, allowing high-profile visitors to move without being seen.
Does Diddy have secret tunnels under his LA mansion? Let's get into the evidence. There are conspiracy theories going around that there are tunnels under Diddy's mansion that link his home to the home of Michael Jackson's and the Playboy Mansion, which doesn't seem like a coincidence. An account on Twitter titled The Pop Things claimed they found a tunnel in Diddy's home. The interior has a private theater with a capacity for 35 people, a fully equipped gym, and wine room. The most curious thing about the property is an underwater tunnel connected to a grotto inside the luxurious mansion. As we all know, Diddy's home was raided by the FBI, and supposedly his team was really nervous about letting the agents into this tunnel. They went as far as blocking the tunnel and begging the agents not to go down there. So I question what secrets they're hiding. With what we know about the Playboy Mansion, I'm not surprised. One person put out a theory that Diddy actually tried to escape through this tunnel. We don't know where that tunnel would lead to, but I wouldn't be surprised if there are a bunch of tunnels throughout the Hollywood Hills that connects a bunch of these sickos.
The first whispers about these mysterious tunnels didn't come from police reports. They came from an unexpected online source known as Shadow of Ezra. The channel claimed Hugh Hefner and Diddy had established hidden links between their properties, including underwater paths and private entries.
Guys, they found underground tunnels at Diddy's homes. This was first brought up by Shadow of Ezra, where he talked about the underground tunnels in Diddy's luxurious Los Angeles mansion. It was an underwater swimming tunnel leading to a mysterious grotto, reminiscent of an ancient and modern human use of caves. Now, this is all alleged, of course, but they say that this tunnel connects to the Playboy Mansion. You guys remember that? Hugh Hefner, the guy who lived with all those women in his mansion? There's no available evidence right now. However, reports are noting that Combs mansions do have a pool with an underwater swimming tunnel. They say it's not connected to the Playboy Mansion, but there is a reason why the Playboy Mansion keeps coming up. 10 years ago, they were building underground tunnels to the Playboy Mansion for people like Jack Nicholson for his birthday. Go underground in secret to the Playboy Mansion to do God knows what. You can see the sketches here of these underground tunnels being built. They were working on it, and it was supposed to connect celebrities like Jack Nicholson, Warren Beatty, Michael Jackson, just to name a few. As reported by People magazine, these underground tunnels to the Playboy Mansion were sealed off in the 1980s. The question is, do you believe that?
Jaguar Wright, a singer known for speaking boldly, has now come forward with claims that Diddy mistreated several young artists, including Justin Bieber. She alleges that these young stars were taken advantage of emotionally and professionally under the guise of mentorship. Wright's statements are adding new fuel to a fire already raging, and more voices might soon follow. Her candid exposure is pushing more people to reevaluate Diddy's past and his influence over rising stars.
Just like it wasn't seminal fluid that Justin Bieber was wiping away from his mouth when he brought his face up from Odell Beckham's groin in a club with Trey Songz on the lookout.
The images are there.
Diddy-fied. Hashtag no Diddy.
Hashtag no Diddy.
Megyn Kelly has taken a bold stance, urging Justin Bieber to speak out about his past with Diddy. She highlighted that Bieber's voice could have real power in bringing change and giving courage to others who've stayed silent. Kelly also acknowledged the risks involved: career fallout, emotional distress, and public scrutiny, but maintained that transparency might be the first step toward healing and justice.
But now, if he's a victim, he's in a very difficult spot because he's been abused.
Yeah.
And this brings up a lot, especially for a man.
Yeah.
It's very hard to go out and say that this has happened to you, but if he was a victim, God forbid, I encourage him to do it, because you need someone strong like that to break the dam. You know, right now, Cassie's out there. She's been twisting in the wind for a year. This other guy, Jones, he came forward. He's twisting. But if you actually had an Usher, a Bieber, or, you know, someone like an Ashton Kutcher, who I don't think he was an abuse victim, but he was good friends with Diddy for a long time, show leadership, and it would give the others who are on this list permission and the security of not being the only one who then has to worry about retribution.
I think Ashton Kutcher is problematic because if you recall, he and his wife...
As more details surface about Hollywood parties involving Diddy, another unexpected name has entered the picture: Kim Kardashian. Allegations are swirling that she may have been present during troubling events at these gatherings. Though no formal accusation has been made against her, the connection itself has shocked fans. The idea that these high-profile parties might have harbored misconduct behind closed doors is pushing people to re-examine celebrity culture and who really holds power in those private spaces. The story is far from over.
He's adorable. He's 16 years old. I met him at the White House Correspondents' Dinner. And I guess he had said in an interview that, you know, he had a crush on me. And so I was kind of flirting back and said, oh, he's adorable. We met at the dinner. We took a picture together. He Twittered it and said, me and my girlfriend Kim. Everyone thought he was being serious. And thousands of teen girls started sending me the craziest messages on Twitter. Like, he's my man. How could you steal him from me? I better not see you in the streets. I'm going to kill you. We're going to murder you. Like, they were joking. I mean, they were, 10, 11, 12 years old. I was, joking, not joking, but being silly about it when I was, writing to Justin, like, hey, Biebs, your fans are crazy. He wrote back, stop.
Justin Bieber recently reflected on his tough early years in the spotlight, revealing the pressures he faced as a young star. He spoke about his early encounters with Diddy and Kim Kardashian, highlighting how fame exposed him to complicated dynamics with powerful people in the entertainment industry at a young age.
It looks like Justin Bieber has spoken out about how he feels about the Diddy situation, and it's not looking too good, and it's what everybody thought happened. So Justin posted a series of pictures of himself crying on Instagram, and his wife Hailey Bieber also posted the lyric, quote, "Oh, I'm unwell," end quote, on her Instagram at the same time as he's posting these images. So one of Justin's friends have recently spoke out about how the pop superstar has gone off the deep end recently with supplies. And this isn't a really good friend, because why would you be telling the media this? So an alleged screenshot of Justin's caption is also floating around with the images. The caption reads, quote, "I will speak on it, but I liked it," end quote. So I'm not sure what this means.
Allegedly, when Justin was just 16, he was placed in situations far beyond his age with older figures in Hollywood's inner circle. Insiders say such interactions weren't one-time encounters, but part of an ongoing pattern at gatherings where age gaps seem to be ignored. While many brushed off these moments as harmless celebrity bonding, recent claims suggest that these were orchestrated scenes disguised as casual fame culture.
Kim, tell me about your photo shoot with Justin.
Oh my God, it was so much fun.
What shoot did you do?
I did a shoot in the Bahamas with Justin Bieber.
How old is Justin?
16. During the shoot, Justin said, "Oh, I have a nickname for you." And I was like, "What?" He's like, "Cougar."
Does he have a crush on you?
I have no idea.
Do you have a crush on him?
Yeah, Kim, do you have a crush on him?
If only he was 18.
18? Wait, you know there's stuff all over the internet about how you're a cougar.
How I'm a cougar?
Yeah.
I'm not even 30 years old.
Kim, you're a cougar.
No. I am turning 30 this year, and I am freaked out. It's pretty old.
Kim Kardashian channels her inner cougar with Justin Bieber.
Is this a joke?
Why they love their prey so young.
It is so embarrassing.
Kim's consistent presence at some of the most elite Hollywood parties is now being viewed in a different light. From luxury rooftops to exclusive mansion gatherings, she was reportedly among the VIPs enjoying special access. One notable appearance was Diddy's 50th birthday bash, where multiple celebrities mingled in what appeared to be a harmless celebration. But as new claims hint at unsettling backstage happenings, people are wondering what really occurred behind the closed velvet ropes of these lavish events.
People are saying Kim Kardashian was so common at Diddy's FOs that she was treated as VIP, and even going as far as saying she was like Ghislaine Maxwell in the Diddy case. You know, like helping to get kids to join the parties. One of those was said to be Justin Bieber, and a resurfaced clip shows Kim and Justin at a photo shoot. Kim was 30, Justin 15. The shoot was a romantic theme. It featured Kim putting her lips on Justin after she put her lips on Ray J in a tape. Justin referred to Kim as his girlfriend, and Kim even said she would date him when he was old. There's talk that she did get with him when he turned 16. In fact, he got with the whole Kardashian family. This falls right in line with how she supported Balenciaga, who was called out for using themes in their campaigns. Kris Jenner was said to be in the tapes as well, and she's since run off with handler Corey Gamble, and it's a family affair.
Jaden Smith made a subtle but sharp mention of mysterious tunnels linked to Diddy's estate. While he didn't elaborate, the timing of his comment has stirred curiosity. Many now believe Jaden may have seen or heard more than he's letting on. His cryptic remarks have turned into a puzzle piece in an already complex narrative, prompting people to reevaluate previous celebrity party stories under a darker lens.
Jaden Smith took to Instagram to share a series of images of him inside of Diddy's tunnels. Underneath Diddy's mansion in Los Angeles and Miami, there are secret tunnels. Originally, it was built as sort of like an underground swimming pool, but Diddy drained it and began to create a network of pathways that connect to nearby points of interest. For example, one of the tunnels connects to Hugh Hefner's mansion nearby. But what's crazier is that he is literally using them to traffic kids for his FO parties, girls and boys from the street using his sons as bait. Then these people would use the network of tunnels to transport these children unnoticed away from the prying eyes of paparazzi and the public. Jaden also leaked an image of the plans to build more.
In a jaw-dropping claim, Diddy's former bodyguard, Gene Deal, said something that has alarmed even longtime observers. He recalled an incident where Diddy physically checked Justin Bieber for a hidden recorder. The moment was caught on film and left many wondering what secrets Diddy was trying to protect. The situation paints a chilling picture of how tightly controlled some celebrity interactions may have been behind the scenes.
And I'm gonna give you something else that people don't even think. On the other day, I seen on the video that Puff had ran into Justin Bieber. They met up, and he started tapping him as if he was searching him and see if he had some kind of device on. Did you see that?
Yep.
Check this out. What if the federal government have already talked to Justin Bieber? And Diddy did that on tape. That means in his mind, he think this person may be a witness. Right?
Yep.
What he had just done.
A new angle was introduced when Campbell speculated that these underground tunnels weren't just for dramatic architecture. He suggested they might have been designed to allow gatherings or rituals shielded from the public view. His statements struck a chord with ongoing theories about hidden networks and secret meetings deep beneath celebrity mansions. The tunnels, once seen as harmless extravagance, now seem far more sinister in context.
What do he need underground tunnels for? Is he preparing for doomsday? Or is he trafficking something through those tunnels? Is he traveling through those tunnels? Where do those tunnels lead to? Inquiring minds want to know. My mind is all over the place. He has tunnels underneath his house. Where are those tunnels going? Who's in those tunnels?
This question has started echoing online. Why do only the rich and powerful build massive secret tunnels? These aren't just wine cellars or private spas. They allegedly stretch between homes, clubs, and even other celebrity estates.
If everybody else have tunnels to get low, to whatever they doing, you underground. You know, like Harriet Tubman, the Underground Railroad. If the elite and the rich have tunnels, why don't we? Why are we the only ones left out? What do they know that we don't know?
There's footage of Diddy calling Bieber his little brother and making loaded jokes about their time together. These comments seem playful ones. Now, in light of everything resurfacing, they raise fresh concerns. The luxurious gifts Diddy gave Justin weren't just birthday presents. They might have been part of a deeper arrangement that only they understood.
Got me a Lamborghini.
Oh, well, that's nice.
I haven't gotten it yet, though.
Yeah, I know. When is that coming, that Lamborghini? We talked about this last
He
time.
had the Lamborghini for a day or two, and he had access to the house, and he knows better than be talking about the things that he does with Big Brother Puff on national television.
An explosive claim connects two of pop culture's biggest names, Michael Jackson and Diddy, through a secret tunnel. The theory says Jackson's estate was linked to Diddy's mansion underground. Both figures have faced public controversy over their past with minors, and this connection, if true, adds a new layer of suspicion. Suddenly, old scandals don't seem isolated anymore.
The Diddy dungeon theory. Oh, how there's tunnels underneath his house? And how Michael Jackson in the song says, I always feel like somebody's watching me, and I have no privacy. Because why? because he has supposedly there's a tunnel connected from Diddy's house to Michael Jackson's house.
No way.
Yeah, you didn't know that?
I
That's
actually
a
did
big
not
one
know
right
that.
now. Yeah.
I did not know that.
So I fact checked this whole thing.
Yeah.
There's AI pictures of it, but there's only proof that in Diddy's pool there's tunnels leading to a grotto. To a private grotto. And
is it the Playboy Mansion? Because I know the Playboy Mansion for sure.
No,
had tunnels.
It's his own house.
Oh,
his
shit.
own pool. So according to the website, it has a private theater that it leads into the grotto. Private theater that can fit 35 people.
The damage to Michael's legacy from those past allegations was severe and well documented. But what's catching attention now is the claim that Diddy and Michael were somehow part of the same hidden system. If true, this would suggest that what happened wasn't random, but part of a pattern protected by wealth, silence, and secret passageways.
No one knew why, with all the rumors that everybody had ever heard about Michael Jackson, that anybody would let their kids go and hang out with him. Like,
dude, when you watch the documentary, like, these parents are fucking morons.
What is a 36-year-old man doing sleeping with a 12-year-old boy, or a series of them?
Right. Okay, when you say boys, it's not just boys, and I've never invited just boys to come in my room. Come on, that's ridiculous. And that's a ridiculous question. But since people want to hear it, the answer, I'll be happy to answer it. I have never invited anyone into my bed, ever.
Social media figure Matt Wallace made headlines after declaring, "I have obtained photos of satanic rituals being performed at Diddy parties." While his statement quickly spread across platforms, many began debating whether his claims were credible, especially considering his history of sharing dramatic and often controversial conspiracy-driven content. Clips have emerged that reportedly show eerie gatherings involving robed figures and bizarre symbolic acts at lavish estates linked to Diddy. The footage, originally shared on fringe platforms, has been picked apart frame by frame by online sleuths who believe these scenes point to something far more sinister than simple Hollywood partying. The dim lighting, ritualistic choreography, and unsettling props seen in the clips have only deepened public interest in what might be going on behind closed doors.
Here's the proof of the satanic activity that happened at Diddy's parties. You can see him right there holding a candle, pouring hot wax onto the subject below. Many of these women who were forced to be in these activities were not only there because of a financial incentive, but also because of social pressure and other things like promises of afterlife and things like that. False promises, obviously, but things that they take very seriously, as creeps like that in the background, drinking his little drink and holding a camera film, but you can see him grasping the camera in his hand there. Why would that guy be friends with Diddy? Why would he be invited to the party? And the answer is he's not friends with Diddy. This is an individual who is just there for the sick pleasure of participating, one of Diddy's handlers, if you will. Take a look at all of the people though in the background, and many such cases of these handlers who just want to participate in the evil that takes place there, looking like zombies, looking like people who have no souls.
These communities have exploded with discussion, dissecting every second of the leaked footage. Keywords like satanic ritual and Hollywood cult dominate the titles of trending threads. Users exchange long-form theories linking the imagery to ancient occult practices, while others draw connections to long-circulating whispers about celebrities engaging in rituals to preserve fame and influence.
Playboy Mansion, but you may not believe what went on under it. Playboy magazine reports it has just discovered blueprints for a network of tunnels beneath the mansion that supposedly led to the homes of Jack Nicholson, Warren Beatty, James Caan,
Will you watch yourself, all right?
and Kirk Douglas. Now dig this. A photo from the late 70s allegedly showing an excavation in progress beneath the mansion. And this one shows the newly discovered tunnel plans.
Decades-old claims about secretive gatherings among the rich and powerful have suddenly gained new life. From hidden symbols in music videos to cryptic interviews, conspiracy theorists argue there's a larger framework at play, one where fame is allegedly granted in exchange for disturbing pledges.
Check out the bunny logo on the plywood wall. Best of all, the blueprint. It says this tunnel leads to James Caan's house, this one to Jack Nicholson's, this one to Kirk Douglas's, and this one goes all the way to Warren Beatty's house.
Gene Deal has taken to various platforms to reveal personal stories about Diddy, hinting at hidden relationships with other high-profile male artists. Without directly naming names, he paints a picture of manipulation, secrecy, and fear.
His anus is your asshole. His genitals is his nut. So I guess he had to be naked when Puff was doing that. Where was he at? What was he doing? Because he said that they never had sex. If you read it in the thing, they never had sex. He made claims that they never had sex, but how would he grope your anus? Your asshole? How would he play with your genitals?
Yeah, it don't make sense. I mean,
it don't make sense. How you wake up butt the F naked with two other men in the bed with Diddy and nothing happened? I think he was just trying to save face, man.
Whispers of a hidden tunnel network connecting Hollywood mansions have added a new layer to the unfolding narrative. Claims suggest these passages allow celebrities to move freely between estates without being seen by paparazzi or the public. While these tunnels sound like something out of a spy movie, architectural insiders say that it's not as far-fetched as it seems. The question is, what purpose do these secret pathways really serve?
Tunnels that are under the Playboy Mansion. So apparently this was like built in the 1970s. Somebody needs to let me know where I've been because I literally had no idea. And look, I guess like the house is up here, obviously, but where is this going? And where does this lead to? And honestly, it was giving detective for a moment because I had to figure it out after they said, oh, Diddy's house, Playboy Mansion, Hefner, whatever. So I put in the address and they're only 4 minutes away from each other. So that walk is nothing right there. That's nothing. So what was going on in them tunnels? The more you know. This is crazy. And apparently this is one of the houses that the Playboy Mansion tunnels lead to, but what in the world? I swear to God, I didn't know one thing. Who else has tunnels? And what else do we don't know? You know, I know that they say 2024 is gonna be like the year of like truth and revealing, but like, god damn, this is a lot. This is a lot.
Former staffers have begun to break their silence, offering accounts of erratic behavior and toxic treatment behind the scenes.
5 of Diddy's former employees have spoken out about his problematic behavior. One woman says Diddy grabbed her face following a disagreement, claiming he didn't like that she was not agreeing with him, and that he wasn't interested in hearing her point of view. The former Sean John employee says Diddy started yelling and comparing himself to controversial fashion designer Karl Lagerfeld. She says he put one hand on both sides of her cheeks and said, "Stick out your tongue." The woman claimed Diddy told her he just wanted to see if her tongue was bleeding because she was biting it. Another former staffer says they were fired after making eye contact with Diddy after the businessman showed up late for a meeting.
Old interviews and footage showing Diddy's interactions with a young Justin Bieber have resurfaced, drawing new scrutiny. Many online are asking why such an established adult would form such a close relationship with a teenage rising star.
After months of speculation over their one-time relationship, his rep telling ET, although Justin is not among Sean Combs' victims, there are individuals who were genuinely harmed by him. Shifting focus away from this reality detracts from the justice these victims rightfully deserve. Bieber's questionable connection to Diddy piquing interest online as the rap mogul's indictment for sex trafficking and racketeering charges, which he denies, made headlines. Old clips of the two hanging out while Justin was underage resurfacing.
Being under the wing of a mogul like Diddy at such a young age exposed Justin to a lifestyle he was unprepared to navigate. Now, with the benefit of hindsight, many are re-evaluating those early days.
Was, of course, music titan Sean Diddy Combs, who had been Usher's mentor in the 90s and early 2000s, and Bieber had spent some time with Combs over the years. Combs' wild party lifestyle has always been something of an open secret, with him often joking about it on daytime and late-night talk shows, but in the last year or so, very, very different. More and more allegations have started to come out against Combs that are really no laughing matter. Civil lawsuits that made rape and extortion claims, rumors that celebrities could be involved in nefarious behavior with Combs behind closed doors, even claims by one man that he had in his possession actual sex tapes featuring Combs and other celebrities.
Justin's team suddenly dropped a vague public comment distancing him from Diddy right as the heat around Diddy's legal woes intensified. The timing raised eyebrows as several other celebrities also rushed to clarify or deny their associations with Diddy.
I want to talk about the timing of this. The timing of this statement from Justin Bieber's camp. This can't be just a coincidence.
No, it can't be, because one of the biggest questions in the Diddy trial is what other celebrities will be named, who participated in the freak-offs, and who witnessed the freak-offs. I mean, Diddy's white parties are infamous. And one of the victims that people have been talking about for about a year and a half now has been Justin Bieber. And now finally, after week one of trial, when we know that Don Richard is the next witness and we're gonna start hearing who the government thinks is gonna help corroborate their case, we are not gonna hear from Justin Bieber. And it really goes back to a video when he was about 15 years old, when Combs said he was gonna spend 48 hours with Justin Bieber. And that's when all the speculation began. Bieber's camp didn't say anything until now, but I think it's important that he did. And he also, like many celebrities in Hollywood, want to stay as far away from the Diddy trial as possible. I think so. I think people want to know, because look, the trial is lasting 2 months, right? 8 weeks, maybe even 10 weeks. And I know Judge Subramanian is trying to move it along as quickly as he can, but now that Cassie Ventura is wrapping up her testimony, we know that we're going to hear from a couple other victims, but the government needs to fill that time, and what they're wanting to do is put on victims that really aren't in a romantic relationship and never have been with Combs, right? Cassie got impeached with some of that, the emails, the text messages, the words that she put, those words of affirmation. So to the extent that there are other victims, that's how the government's going to be able to overwhelm the defense here. And if it's a celebrity victim, even better.
Aerial footage and real estate documents show that Diddy's estate isn't just massive, it's strangely compartmentalized. Online investigators are poring over blueprints and drone shots, speculating that hidden rooms or underground sections exist.
Seen this house is. So Homeland Security raided both his LA house and one of his Miami properties as well. Today, no word yet on anything that they found, but I want to share some pictures of it. And first I want to talk about this LA. So this house is apparently registered to Bad Boy Films, which is a production company, and also maybe one of his daughters. I've seen it reported that it is registered to one of his daughters, and also reported that it isn't, so who knows. But I just want to talk about this house. So it was worth $39 million back in 2014 when they purchased it. It is 17,000 square feet. Auto connected by an underwater tunnel, a theater, wine room, steam room and massage room, a beauty salon. It's an insane property. So to think of the feds like going through every room, they're gonna be there for like 4 days. And then I just wanted to share some pictures that have come out of the raid today.
Footage of Diddy and a Team Bieber on a multi-day hangout sparked a wave of backlash years ago, but in the current climate, it has resurfaced with renewed scrutiny.
Especially this part of the video.
They're having the times of their lives, like where we hanging out and what we doing. We can't really disclose.
And in this clip, Diddy even talks about the time Usher lived with him.
I've been given custody of him. You know, he signed to Usher. I had legal guardianship of Usher when you know he did his first album. I don't have legal guardianship of him, but for the next 48 hours, he's with me.
So why would this 40-year-old want to hang out with this 15-year-old? Not just. It is obvious that Justin is not very comfortable. He was stuttering. And in the comment section from the first videos, this more recent comment says the hyperbolic time chamber of comments back then, not realizing how obvious this video is literally some 40-year-old creep justifying having a pop-related 15-year-old live with him for 2 days.
Even with mounting accusations and public fallout, Diddy continues to avoid the courtroom spotlight. Legal experts say his vast wealth and decades of influence have helped shield him.
A resurfaced video shows Justin drinking with Diddy at a very young age. Eyewitnesses describe a distressing scene where Bieber appeared vulnerable and intoxicated with his clothes falling off. I mean, you can see his pants below his butt and it's exposing his thighs. So his clothes are just completely coming off of him and no one's helping him pull up his pants. So it's alleged that he may have been underage at the time of this video, and a source claims he was taken away and used by Diddy and the game as he was completely passed out.
Yummy song by Justin Bieber is now being decoded like a puzzle. Viewers are zooming in on details, the pink walls, the exaggerated characters, the puppet-like control, to suggest that Bieber was trying to expose something without saying it directly.
It's weird. There is no reading into the Yummy music video.
What is that?
He's at, long story short, he's in this like banquet hall, this very fancy place, having a dinner party like with multiple tables of people, and the people are all eating the most disgusting food, but they're like very hoity-toity, so it's just like a cottage cheese thing and it's like getting everywhere, and these people are like clinking champagne and stuff, but it's like disgusting, right? And he's singing like yummy yummy the whole time. At the end of the music video, they put a plate down and it has the word yummy and it has a childhood photo of Justin Bieber, as if it were being served at the dinner to all these wealthy, bougie people. Yes.
That's
are you
weird.
Like picking up on that?
Picking
like
up what you're putting down, like
he's saying that some
but
societal
he made that
elites
video.
Right.
So why would
So that's directly from him telling.
Usher's past includes time spent living with Diddy during his teen years, a detail that seemed glamorous back then but is now raising serious questions. Years later, Usher has dropped enough subtle comments to imply that his early mentorship came with traumatic experiences.
Usher look like he fresh off a goddamn plane. Usher just off the garden stage. That's my brother right here from day one. We used to wake up and, I mean, damn, pause, but like that's how. I mean, back in the days when he was like 10 and I was a little bit older, his older brother, we used to fight over the Frosted Flakes. You know what I'm saying? Before pause was invented. You know what I'm saying? But it's my brother for real. We used to actually wrestle off of the Frosted Flakes because he used to always get up early. Now he's one of the richest stars in the world. And what the fuck did Puff just say?
Usher has since revealed that those days with Diddy exposed him to environments that no teenager should experience. From late night parties to hyper settings, Usher describes an atmosphere that felt more like an adult playground than a place for developing young talent.
I moved to New York City and I lived with Sean Puffy Combs for a year.
That's the crazy thing. Now, that was L.A. Reid's idea, right? We're sending you over to something called Puffy Flavor Camp.
There you go.
To learn
Flavor Camp?
Yeah,
Flavor
that's
Camp.
what it was called. And you're going to go to Puff Daddy's. He's going
in the 90s. Do you understand what that's like?
Puffy's place was like just filled with chicks and orgying like nonstop, right?
No, not really. I mean, but hey, it was curious. I got a chance to see some things.
Yeah, but
and I saw it. And it was, but I don't know if I could indulge and understand what I was was even looking at. It was pretty wild. It was,
so nobody
it was
tried to, some woman didn't come along.
I didn't say that.
Okay.
I didn't say that. What I did say is that there were very curious things taking place, and I didn't necessarily understand it.
Biggie Smalls was there.
Biggie Smalls was there. Lil' Kim, Craig Mack.
All these people are hanging around.
Yeah, man. Faith Evans.
And your parents
Jodeci,
were
Mary
okay?
J. Blige. They didn't know nothing about this shit.
Oh.
I was having a good time. You know what I mean?
Does he have you doing any chores? Are you doing dishes at all? I mean, to keep you humble somewhat? Or are you just like, can you stay up till 4 a.m. with them and party?
His reflections paint a bleak picture of a formative period that shaped his view of the industry forever. Living with Diddy at 13 meant witnessing things no kid should see. Usher has since described the experience as chaotic and too grown up for someone his age. Gene Deal hints at incidents that go far deeper than what's publicly known.